Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And happy Good Friday, and happy Friday to everyone, or happy Saturday for those who are already on Saturday. So, today we're bringing you the following topic.
Okay, so today for episode 44, we have Momentum is Built Daily. Small steps that matter.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I have my business online and I'm a mentor at the same time.
Hello, everybody. Happy Good Friday from beautiful Saskatchewan. My name is Elizabeth. I live in Saskatchewan. I'm a mom to 5 kids. I used to be very passionate about procurement and supply chain. That was my trade and career for over 2 decades. I came to Canada. The game changed when I found an online business, and within 12 months, I was able to quit. Right now, I'm a digital mentor and a coach. Happy Good Friday.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina with my family. I am a digital business owner and a mentor.
She's muted.
Fatima, you're muted.
Hello, hello everyone. My name is Fatima. I'm a mom of four girls, live in New York. I'm a nurse and I'm a digital business owner.
Thank you, everyone. So we want to also remind that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we do have our live webinars. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start creating that plan B or that extra side of income alongside your current job, here are three ways that you can learn more about it. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch our free webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So in there, you can register for either day or both. Second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot watch our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we'll see, sorry. We also, just give me a sec.
Sorry.
We also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works. And also, you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch the replay from yesterday before next Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists from yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday we had our live webinar and we had Shirley as our host. She's a healthcare worker. On the panel, we had Mary, who is a nurse practitioner. We also had Sylvia, who is a nurse, and Grace, who is a teacher.
We also have Torishi, she's a teacher. Sheila, she's an accountant and a CEO now. Patricia, she's a business entrepreneur. And Sheetal, a business entrepreneur. So all of these beautiful people, they're here on our screen. Where yesterday in a live webinar. Yesterday was April 2, but remember, we have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email in any of our websites, and we will send you your personal link to access this amazing webinar.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. So if you're catching the replay from yesterday's live webinar, our replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is just put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Today's topic says momentum is built daily. Small steps that matter. It is the small steps you take on a daily basis that matter. Let's dive in, guys.
Yes, that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And happy Friday, happy Good Friday, and happy Saturday for those who are on Saturday. So many people, believe that momentum comes from big actions or major breakthroughs. But in reality, momentum is built through small, consistent steps repeated daily. So today we are talking about how simple actions done consistently can create powerful results over time. So for that, we're going to be talking about the following points. Did we lose Fatima? Oh, Fatima, you're muted.
Today points, we're gonna talk about today points. Small actions create big results, and consistency builds momentum, and progress increase motivation. So sit tight.
Yes, that's what we're going to be talking today. Um, so let's dive in with the first point.
Okay, small actions create big results. We often think that in order to change our lives, we need to make big, dramatic moves. A big decision, a big breakthrough, and a big moment where everything finally shifts. But the truth is, most real transformation doesn't happen that way. It happens quietly in the small choices no one sees. I used to believe that if I could do something big, then it wasn't worth doing at all. It had to be big or nothing. So I would wait some more, and wait for the perfect moment, wait until I felt fully ready. And in that waiting, nothing changed until I made a simple shift. Instead of asking, what's the big thing I need to do? I started asking, what's one small thing I can do today? You know, a half hour, one lesson, one step forward. At first, I didn't feel like much, but I stayed consistent, even on the days I felt tired, even when the progress felt slow, and even when no one was watching or clapping for me. And over time, those small actions started to add up. What once felt unfamiliar became routine. What once felt difficult became natural. And what once felt so far away, it started feeling possible. And that's the power of consistency. In fact, research from Stanford University shows that small, consistent behavior changes are more sustainable and effective than trying to make big, sudden changes all at once. Because big goals are never achieved in one moment, they are built in the daily decisions. So, what you choose to do over and over again, so if you've been, feeling overwhelmed, like your goals are too big or too far away, maybe you don't need a massive change. Maybe you just need to start smaller than you think, because small doesn't mean insignificant. It means sustainable. And sustainable creates results. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So Isabel just talked about small actions create big results, and like Isabel mentioned, many times, or we are kind of like conditioned, to think about big leaps, taking big leaps. But the problem is with that when we take those big leaps, yes, we do have the momentum, at the beginning, but then after that, halfway through, you stop. So instead of that, like Isabel mentioned, if you take small actions, right, it create that progress, and then those progress are more sustainable on the long term. So that's why you get to achieve your big results, because you don't lose the momentum. Um, here. Sorry. Okay, so the next point, we're gonna skip the next point and we're gonna go to the third one. Oh, there. Okay, go back to the second point.
Yeah, my internet knocked me out. In case it does again, my topic is something very inspiring. Everybody know it. Somebody should just take it, and I'll give you $1, guys. So, my topic says consistency builds momentum. Can you hear me? Just not, not
Yes, we can hear you.
amazing. So, consistency builds momentum. So in our business and in fact in real life situation, consistency is the real secret. So consistency is not sexy. It is not loud. It is not instant, but it is everything in life. Forget our online business. Look at school. Look at a student. Look at parents. Look at other businesses, traditional businesses. If you do not show up, nothing happens. No results. So most people are looking for the perfect strategy, looking for viral posts in our online world, looking for shortcuts. But what actually changes life is showing up when you don't feel like it, posting when nobody's liking or commenting. Keep posting. People are watching, guys. Trust me. I know what I'm saying. People are watching. One day, boom, you will get messages from people you never expected are watching. So if you are with us today, keep showing up. Learning when it feels slow, continuing when results are not yet visible. Just like the bamboo tree, the Chinese bamboo tree, it's gaining roots, it's going down, down, down. One day to just sprout, boom, with speed. So the truth about momentum is that it doesn't show up on day one. It looks like silence. It looks like low engagement. It looks like doubt and self-doubt, questioning yourself. But what's really happening behind the scene is you are building skills. You are building confidence. You are building visibility. You are building trust. You are evolving. You are developing. And then one day, everything starts to move. Yes, there will be an upward movement. And in that case, this morning, I don't want to say too much because it's Good Friday. I love holidays. And like I said earlier, I'm packing for a cruise tomorrow. According to the University of London, it takes an average of 66 days to build a habit through consistent repetition. I love that paragraph. Question is, did you try something and first day, first week, 3 days, 1 month, no result, and you give up? Look at this data here. The experts have said that it takes 66. That means a month plus another month, and you give it 2 more days. 2 more days on top of 2 months to watch your progress and then trust the process. Momentum is not something you wait for, it is something you create through consistency. Like I said earlier, the more you show up, the easier it becomes to keep going, to keep going. You can see. So I remember when I started this digital business 2 years ago, it wasn't from day one that I became a small minister that I am today. I even won an award in the community, the servant leader, with a 1,000 US dollar cash sent to my PayPal. No result at first. I joined in February. There was no result in February, no result in March. Towards the end of March, a family that trusted me is a is a is a factor of trust came on board, and it gave me validation that I was doing the right thing. I was in the right business. No big wins, just one person trusting me. I was learning, I was showing up, I was staying consistent, but I stayed. I stayed because I knew I found a gold mine in this business. So even when it was inconvenient, even when it was uncomfortable, even when I didn't feel confident, I stayed. 2 years down the line, 2 years of consistency. Today, I'm a success in my own definition of success. When you set goals, you crush them. That is success. 2 years of consistently showing up, building momentum. I can applaud my shoulder applaud myself and say, I am building something beautiful for generations to come. The question is, you watching us today, are you consistent in the little things you do? Tying it to what Isabel said, little actions every day. Are you consistent in those little actions? Keep at it. Keep at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So yes, so Elizabeth talked about consistency builds momentum. So when you when you build that consistency that you show up every day, like Elizabeth was mentioning, that creates that momentum, that creates that progress. And even if you don't see any results, it doesn't matter. The results will show up on the longer um, run. So um, just keep showing, like Elizabeth say, and you will still see those results. We do have some comments here from Isabel. It says small actions done consistently create the kind of results that big occasional efforts never will. Um, and then also we have a message from Olajumoki Akinola Famuyide. He say thank you. So thank you for your comment and thank you for watching. Olajumoki also sent a heart emoji. So thank you for the heart emoji and thank you for watching. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Oh, we do have more comment here. Elizabeth says, why most people never win is not lack of opportunity, is not lack of intelligence, is this not starting and stopping, jumping from one thing to another, and quitting too early. There you go. All right, so let's move on to the next point.
All right, so point number 3. Progress increase motivation. A lot of people wait for have that motivation to start that progress, okay? And we're going to dig in why. So Harvard Business Review highlights the progress principle, showing that making a small progress daily is one of the most powerful drivers of motivation. When you see progress, even a small wins, you feel encouraged. You feel encouraged, and to continue, then you continue. You keep going because progress is the fuel motivation, and motivation feel more action. A lot of people, like we say, okay, schedule your day, because if you have a lot of things to do, you feel like you are overwhelmed. But if you put like maybe 2 steps, and maybe you say, oh, do the laundry, and you finish that laundry today, you feel, oh my gosh, I can do everything on this world. I can make it happen because you did those small progress. Have you ever felt like excited at the beginning of something? I did, I have. But after a few days, or after a few hours, or after, the energy disappear. You're like, oh my gosh, what is this? You started strong, but then life got busy, and results are slow. And then when that happened, what you do? You stop. And that's why most people quit. And that's what Elizabeth was saying here. You quit because you just stop. You don't see the results, you stop. But every time you take a step forward, your brain gets the proof. You say, oh my gosh, this is working. And that proof creates energy, and that creates belief, and that creates motivation. And even the small wins, sometimes we want the big results, but we have to start focus on the small results. Finishing a task, posting a content, learning something new, helping one person, those small moments, it will equal to progress. When you don't see results, you feel discouraged, and you start doubting yourself. This doesn't work. I don't know how to do this. Because we're losing that quick motivation. So you don't need to have big breakthroughs. You need to have a small consistent win. One action per day, one improvement per day, one step forward per day, it will make that happen. But yes, you're saying that, but how do that imply my online business? A lot. You start your online business, you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it. Yes. And you start it. And is not, the business not going to work if you don't do the job. You know, you don't, if you don't plug in, if you don't start contacting people, you know, those are small progress. When you're going to see, as Elizabeth said before, you become a trend a high speed because you continue doing it. You know, at the beginning everything feel hard, you know, but once you build that momentum, things start flowing. You start taking more risks. You are confident. You believe in yourself, and that's the shift that you need. That's the shift that you need on your life. So stop waiting to feel ready. You know, start moving a little by little, even if it's a small step, because action create that progress, and that progress create the motivation, and that's what move you to keep going. So that's what I have for you today, and I hope so you like it.
Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, so Jesse just talked about progress, increase motivation. Yeah. So um, in order to create that progress, I mean, you have to do those small, consistency taking actions that we talked on the previous points. So by doing that, you create that motivation because, you know, every time that you achieve one small step, you know, you celebrate it and that keeps you motivated to continue to do the next one. And on the long run, you let you get to achieve the long result that you are looking for. So it keeps you motivated and you don't give up. But if you do the opposite, you know, going for um, instead of breaking it your goal, your big goal into a small, big goals, then along the way you're gonna stop. So you're gonna stop the progress that you had. So and the motivation is gonna disappear. So just a small consistency actions create that progress, and that will be able to achieve the long term result. We also have a comment here from Jesse. Jesse say progress creates motivation. Start small. Let's get you moving one step at a time. And yeah, so that's it. Okay, so let's move on to the next point.
So today we're gonna talk about consistency and confidence. Confidence is often misunderstood. Many people assume it's something you either have or you don't. But in reality, confidence is developing through consistent action over time. Research from the American Psychological Association highlight that repeated action can significantly reduce self-doubt and strengthen one's sense of capability. This means confidence is not a prerequisite for starting. It is a byproduct of showing up. Each time you take action, regardless of how small, you are reinforcing a powerful internal belief that you are able, that you are capable, and that you are figuring things out. Over time, these small, consistent action compound into something much greater: clarity, discipline, and unshakable self trust. It's important to understand that growth is not always immediately visible. Often, the most important transformation happen internally before before they ever appear externally. From a faith perspective, this process is even more meaningful because consistency and effort and attention are always seen and rewarded by God. So you are not behind. You are not building. Stay consistent, stay intentional, and trust the process. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Yeah, so Fatima just talk about daily action builds confidence over time. So yeah, so many times we think that we are born with confidence, but that's not true. I mean, we build the confidence by taking action and by taking daily action, like Fatima just mentioned. So the more you do something, you know, the more you start building that confidence through that repetition. We also have a comment here from Elizabeth. She say consistency is like going to the gym. You don't go once and expect results. You go again and again and again. And one day someone says, whoa, something has changed. That's the momentum. So there you go. All right, so let's move on to our key takeaway for this topic.
All right. So our key takeaway. So this is what we want you to take from all of this. Momentum is not created in one moment. It's built daily. It's built day by day through a small, consistent action. So what do you take? What do you do today matter more than waiting for the perfect time? So don't wait. Start doing it little by little, and you will see the results.
Yes, that's right. So that's our key takeaway for today. And what is our message for the audience?
I lost my virtual background, guys. I've been battling with it. That is technology. But I don't give up anyway. So choose one small action you can take today. Keep it simple and stay consistent. Now, guys, this is the moment for action. Comment momentum as your commitment to keep moving forward. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. So yeah, so we have arrived to the end of our lives. So hopefully, you got inspired and you learned something about today. Momentum is built daily. So it's not about creating that big leap or of action, because along the way you're gonna stop, right? So you're not gonna create that momentum, but instead, if you break that big goal into a small goals, you create that momentum, you create that progress, you can create that consistency, and you're able to see those results. And at the same time, like many times, you don't have confidence in doing something, but by taking those small steps consistently, doing daily through repetition, that's when you start building that confidence. So if you want to add something to the topic that we shared today, please put it in the comments. We'll be happy to read your comments. And if you want to learn how you can start your online business, and be part of a global online community where they support you, where they are with you through the journey, and at the same time, you can still build that plan B and create that extra side of income alongside your current job. Here are three ways that you can learn more about it. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to our free webinar. We do have free webinars twice a week, and it's 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So it's at the same time on both days. So once you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So in the first link is to register to the live webinar. So in there, you can pick either day or both. Second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. Um, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We also want to say thank you to Maimuna Diallo. She sent us a heart emoji, so thank you, Maimuna. Thank you for watching. And let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
Okay, so next Friday, we're going to have simple systems that make online business easier. So please come join us next Friday. It's going to be another good talk.
Yes, so that's where we're going to be talking next Friday. So, because when you have the right system in place, everything becomes simpler. And we're so blessed that we have a system in our global online community. So, that's it for today. That's our topic for next Friday. So don't miss it, because it's going to be very interesting. And again, like if you want to learn more how you can, be part of this global online community, put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday. and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again until the next episode for the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. Thank you for watching. God bless you all, and have a nice Friday.
Bless you.
See you. Have a good Easter, guys. Happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.